Hello everybody and welcome back. Sorry for the silence and the lack of uploading videos. Starting back work and whatnot after furlough has been rather hectic and whatnot. So as it says in the description, learning to draw. Well, learn to draw. Title's yet to be decided. It is what it is up there. Learn to draw. And this today is just a shopping list of what you need. And we're not talking uber expensive here. This is just a basic starter shopping list to see what you need just to get yourself started and what you learn to draw. This will be a series. I will be running through different books and different things going on, different techniques and whatnot. I'll show you how I do my shading techniques, and getting perspective, depth, all that stuff in my drawings and in the work that I do. Without further ado, let's get on with the shopping list and everything you need. This probably will be a bit reminiscent of what high school / secondary school art students will be given when they first start art in high school, but nonetheless, it's a good starting point. This is exactly what they tell you to get. This is what I was told to get when I started high school, and this is what I'm going to tell you to get now. And this is exactly what I bought this time round. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Right, so on to the shopping list. What is the first thing we need? Well, pencils. That's what we need. And we only need 2 types of pencils. So these are my 2 suggestions for anything, and this is pretty much board and across the board where you'll get them. And the first one is AHB. This one, you can do a lot with this one. So it's medium hardness and medium softness. Correct me if I'm wrong, everybody. But this one was a part of the set. I've got a whole selection of B's and H pencils in a set I picked up off Amazon. There's plenty of good ones out there, but HB ones I tend to use for just light shading and outlines pretty much. So you can get a lot of different shading textures, and because of the softness and the hardness of it, of the graphite in it, you can, well, it's pretty versatile, this one. It's not gonna be too dark, but you can definitely get the dark tones out of it, and you can get your light tones out of it depending on how you blend your work. But that's in a different video. We will go on to that one in another one. As I said, so there you go. There's your first one, your HB pencil right there. The second one on the pencil list, and this is the, as I said, you only need two. So this one is the 2B, rather ironically, the second. Not all of my pencils look like that, as you see. I sharpened this with the knife, but the knife we got with the kit doesn't really do the graphite or the wood any justice. These sharpen with the pencil sharpener just as well. Now this one, obviously 2B, this is softer than a HB, and it can be used to create a lot of darker shading to your work and give it a lot more depth. Don't recommend this one too much for outlining or detail because of the softness of the graphite that's in it. Almost said lead there. Not lead in pencils, never lead in pencils anymore. So this one, 2B pencil, and with your shading and your blending, you can get some really nice effects. If you look at my work videos, a lot of it was used using a HB and a 2B pencil. So these very pencils I'm showing you today, actually. So all good. So pencils, HB, 2B, that's all you need. Now next, what do we need next? Well, we need paper, don't we? But this one, I am going to say, get yourself a good quality sketchbook. This one is a Palakala. I don't know if you can see that there. Palakala. Got this off Amazon. I think it was about £15. Probably equates to, I don't know, about $20 maybe. It's a triple pack. You get an A1, A4, and A5. Oh no, sorry, an A3, A4, and A5. And this one is the A4 one. Excuse all the marks on it and everything. It has been well used since I started it at the beginning of lockdown. And nice textured paper on here. Excuse the shine on this work. And you can get some nice tones coming out of that. As I said, this drawing was just used a HB and a 2B, obviously sharpened, and this is what kind of tones you can get on this sort of paper. As you can see, it's got rather a light texture to it, but enough so you can get your graphite to stick and everything like that. So this is what I would recommend for beginners. They're very cost effective, and as you see, spiral bound and everything, so it's all good. And that's your sketchbook. All right, next on the shopping list, pencil sharpeners. Now, cannot stress enough how important it is to get a good pencil sharpener. This one came with the pencil set that I just shown you, but in all honesty, this one isn't that brilliant. The blades seem very blunt, and well, it just frays the wood really, as you can see from my 2B pencil here. I sharpened it with this one to begin with, then hacked at it with a knife because it wasn't getting the point that I so desired. So what do I use instead? So get a good one. This one, no good. Just because it's metal doesn't mean it's all that brilliant. This one to me is the best, and this came out of a kid's coloring pencil set, and it works absolutely fantastic. You could probably pick these up individually for probably less than £1 or $1. It does, I don't really know, to be quite honest with you, but this is far better, and it keeps the point far clearer on your pencil. This one I used for an art piece recently, but this one was sharpened with that. As you can see, no exposing, no fraying in the wood at all, and it brings it to a really nice point for some really nice detail, and that's what you need. You cannot stress to keep your pencils as sharp as physically possible because you don't want to be running to the side of the graphite, to be quite honest with you. Some people swear by mechanical pencils. We'll get onto them in a more advanced video later on. And now, what happens when we make mistakes? Well, we're going to talk about erasers now. And, well, this is a 2B soft eraser, as you can see, so you can only really erase what shading you create with the 2B. As you can see, it's not being used that much. Not that I say that I don't make mistakes. I do make mistakes, but this one's not great. This has got more of a rubbery sort of glossy plastic feel to it, which I don't like, and it doesn't really, as you can see, that really didn't, I really don't like the feel of the way these things are. They don't seem to be doing much. They seem to glide across the page as opposed to actually doing their job, which isn't great. It's not an eraser. It really isn't an eraser. So there's two options you can go down. If you make big mistakes and everything, I have invested in these recently, and there's a Faber-Castell kneadable eraser. And I tell you what, these are absolutely fantastic. As you can see, all the fingerprints in that there and everything, they come in these little quirky little box, and you can do pretty much anything with this. Pretty much similar to blue tack, white tack in the consistency or whatnot, but you can knead it to whatever shape you need. So you can knead it to a point like that and remove graphite from your drawings as you're going, or you can just have a big block like that and go like that. And I tell you what, these will lift graphite off a page. I will run through a demonstration on how to use everything that I've just shown you, and these are absolutely fantastic, and they're very inexpensive as well. Probably I bought 10. I think I bought 10 for about £2 each. So it's so £2 each our money, probably about $2.50 American. So I don't know what exchange rates are nowadays yet, but I can't stress these enough. And when you finish with it, pop it back in the box. If it'll go in like that, and then shut it up if it'll close, which it probably won't. And there you go. There's kneadable eraser, but there's another option you can go for as well. And this is the elastomer eraser. And this little nifty device is a little eraser that pops out the end like that. So for removing little tiny bits and working for fine highlights and everything, this is absolutely perfect. As you can see, I worked it to a bit of a point there just to get it to work how I want it, because the piece I'm using at the minute takes a bit of fine highlighting and detail to get in there. And so that's what I use. Personally, that's what I use to get rid of a lot. If it's an outline that's gone astray or anything like that, this is the one I'd recommend. And these are pretty inexpensive, and the refills aren't that bad either. So yeah, that's the erasers. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will be continuing our Learn to Draw in a couple of days' time. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See ya. Bye.